Kia ora, g'day, I'm Philip Duncan from Weather Watch TV on YouTube with your 7-day Australia only rainfall outlook. Let's kick off with the big picture wind and temperature map. High pressure parked to the south of Australia. That is helping encourage warmer airflows coming down and towards places like Perth. Pretty hot. Obviously the red here is showing temperatures that are over 30 degrees, so a large portion of Australia into the 30s and even into the 40s. But to the south here, that cooler southerly coming through, temperatures are not as bad at the moment in that southeastern corner, and a bit of convergence coming into Queensland where the winds meet. That is going to bring you some severe thunderstorms over the next week or two after what's been quite a dry past few months for many parts of Queensland. So let's get into the forecast. Here we are on Friday. We've got some severe thunderstorms in the Northern Territory. Not a huge amount, but they do bubble up into the afternoon. To the east here, parts of Queensland also seeing some afternoon downpours and showers. Some of those could have hail and thunderstorms, maybe severe thunderstorms. And then further to the south, coastal showers around New South Wales and showers also around Tasmania. But that is a high pressure zone that is moving past South Australia and coming in towards Victoria, Tasmania. And then the heat in the north here, that hot, humid weather is coming down and dropping down into Western Australia. But just offshore, see the blue line here? That's the sign of a colder southerly on the way. So at the moment, places like Tasmania are going to see that lower temperature. Your maximum on Friday is only 14 degrees, but you jump up to 24 degrees, 10 degrees warmer by the time we get to Saturday. And we'll be seeing a number of other places doing that, like Melbourne, for example, 17 degrees on Friday. By the time you get to Saturday, your maximum 10 degrees higher on 27 degrees. We're also seeing Adelaide, 21 degrees at the moment. Today is your maximum. By the time we get to Saturday, 32 degrees. See the red line coming closer down towards you? That is that hot, humid airflow. Obviously, it loses a lot of the humidity crossing over the deserts, but it's still going to be a hot and humid day, or at least temperatures certainly going up into the 30s for many of you going into Saturday. But on the other side, the temperatures drop. So Perth, 32 degrees today for you. By the time we reach the weekend, both Saturday and Sunday, just 21 degrees. So some places are going up by 10 degrees, others are dropping by 10 degrees or more as a result of the cooler airflows. Also a few heavy downpours and thunderstorms, maybe some severe thunderstorms up here in far north Queensland, also northern parts of Western Australia. Now over here to the east, we are seeing severe thunderstorms forming into the afternoon, forming at night time into the evening as well across parts of Queensland. Not quite so much on the New South Wales side of things, but still plenty of showers coming through for you. Northerly winds are coming down. That's going to push your temperatures up. In fact, by Sunday, there'll be nor'westers around New South Wales. That will push out those showers, so they won't be forming for you quite so many of them, maybe a couple here in the very north. Around Sydney, northwest winds picking up. So temperatures are going to go up for you on Sunday, both Sydney and Canberra around about 30 degrees as we go into Sunday. All right, Monday now. So down around Tasmania, the westerly winds carry on from Sunday, carrying on into Monday. That's the reason why some of you in the east are feeling that warmth coming back, at least down around Hobart, perhaps a little bit further north towards Lonnie. Temperatures are a bit flatter, maximums around 19 or 20 degrees. Showers on the west coast. Showers also up here around the mountains, around the ranges of Victoria into New South Wales as well. Isolated ones. Some of those could have thunderstorms into the afternoon, possibly severe as well, although as you can see, a large portion of Australia looks fairly dry, but a few showers here. Some of those again heavy with thunder forming into the afternoon or into the evening. And again here on Tuesday, more of that convergence coming through right through the central part of Australia. Over towards Perth, Fremantle and other areas to the south, you're getting that next colder change coming in, so spring-like weather carries on. In fact, spring-like weather is pretty much still dominating the southern half of Australia. So if you basically draw a line from about the northern part of New South Wales and go right across to just north of Perth, everywhere south of that, still in that changeable spring-like weather where some days are going into the 30s, other days you're down in the low low double digits, maximums of 11s and 12s we've seen off and on around parts of Tasmania. But you can see high pressure coming through at the moment, or at least on Tuesday of next week. That placement curves the rain around. Lord Howe Island gets some heavy downpours, hit and miss, but some of them coming through. And a similar story coming down to the coastal side of New South Wales, north of Sydney, and going up just north of Brisbane, with again severe thunderstorms possible on Tuesday afternoon. So just be aware of that. And they carry on into Wednesday as well. Some of them could carry on overnight as that hot or tropical northerly starts to come back down again. So warmer weather coming back through in the middle part of next week for many places, unless you're over on the southwestern corner of Western Australia. And now you're getting that southerly all the way past Esperance and going inland. There'll be some convergence though where that cooler airflow comes in and meets with the warmer, more tropical air, which is inside this red line. Yes, it is coming down towards Adelaide. So we're certainly seeing a bit of variety in the weather forecasts at the moment. Those severe thunderstorms carry on and through inland parts of Queensland as we go in towards the later part of next week. So some of these areas through Queensland have not had much of a drink lately from the sky. So this is good to see some downpours coming through, but you know, severe thunderstorms, they're not always the best way to get that rain, but you'll certainly get some very heavy falls inland and through the interior as well. From coast to coast, from the north to the south, all the way from Darwin down to Adelaide, we're seeing that line of showers, that line of convergence. That is going to bring some rain relief through dry parts inland, including the deserts and around Alice Springs as well. So let's have a look at the 7-day rainfall. You can see all those showers kind of building up and where they will be heaviest. So places north of Brisbane, south of Rockhampton. Also over here north of Broome, between Broome and Darwin, we're seeing some pretty heavy falls. Katherine as well, perhaps getting that. Alice Springs to Uluru, Ayers Rock, getting some of those heavier falls as well. Not necessarily massive amounts of rain, but they're not used to getting massive amounts of rain, but still getting, 20, 30 millimetres. That's quite a lot for some of these inland areas. And if you're in places like Victoria and Tasmania and you're wanting rain still, there's not a huge amount on the way. So that's good for some of you that it's dry, but not all of you, especially perhaps down in Tasmania where you might still want a bit of rain over along that eastern side of the country. All right, the flight sim place of the day today is Katherine in the Northern Territory, population of about 6,000 next to the Katherine River, where the outback meets the tropics. Pretty hot at the moment, excessive heat warnings in force. 34 to 42 degrees. Why do you have an excessive heat warning? Because of the high humidity as well. So it's going to feel a lot warmer than it is, a lot hotter. Overnight temperatures 23 to 26 degrees. Again, keep in mind with humidity, it will feel more like 30 degrees and above. Sun and cloud for the next week ahead. The chance of showers is mostly today. And thanks very much for joining us. We'll see you again on Monday next week with our next Australia Only forecast.